Welcome back to AWF Outdoors. Today is, what is the date? I don't even know. It's the day after Labor Day weekend, whatever the day is. It's on a Tuesday. We got thunderstorms predicted today. It's a cloudy day. Very, very good weather for crappie fishing. I went and bought a pound of minnows yesterday and put them in my storage tank, and got up this morning before daylight to go up there and get them, and most of them were dead. Turn that noise off. But most of them were dead, so I got my brother Joe with me again today, aka live action. So we're gonna have some live action today. And check this out. It's the second crappie. That's number 2. We just caught one. We looked at a couple of structures on the depth finder, and both of them had fish on it. We tried the first one, never could get a bite, so we pulled over here to the second one. And like I said, that's number 2. And we're fixing to have a good day, it looks like, if we can stay out of these storms. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that stuff, you know the works. And thank y'all for watching again, and let's see what happens today. I've had some people ask me several times about the setup that we're using, this slip cork setup, and what kind of bobber stops we're using and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go over the whole thing. They want to know about the rods and all. Let me just say this: you can use any kind of rod you want. You don't even have to have a rod that's got eyes and a reel. You could use a telescopic pole. I prefer using one like this. It just gives me a good line dispenser. We're gonna call these rods, since I'm not getting paid and sponsored by anyone. This is a green rod, and you know who makes green rods. Joe's using a black rod, and you know who makes black rods. And we're gonna call these rods A for green and B for black. How about that? So, green rod, black rod. If you're interested in helping a guy out, helping some crappie fishermen out, contact me. My email is adrianwfarley@gmail.com. Send me a message. I'll be glad to advertise for you. Anyway, so we're using this is an 11-foot. My brother's using a 12-foot pole. I'm using 8-pound test line on these right now. So this is a setup: 11-foot pole, 12-foot pole. Right here is a bobber stop. All this is, and I'll show you a pack, or you can find them, and no sense showing you the pack, but all this is a little string that comes on a tube, and you just slide the tube up your line, pull this, cinch this tight. It's just a nylon string. You can slide this string here up and down the line, whatever depth you want to use. And then down here, most of them, all of them, come with a little bead like this right here. That bead goes up and stops against that string and don't allow the string to slide down into the cork itself. And you can use different type of corks, just as long as it's a hollow see-through cork, slip cork. And then I come down here and put a piece of split shot, and depending on how heavy the structure is how far I go from my split shot down to the hook. On this right here, that's roughly 6 inches there. If I'm fishing above the structure, I may go on up to 12 to 16 inches between the hook and lead. That allows the minnows for more motion. But in heavy structure, you want to shorten that lead on down. Sometimes, get on down there to a couple of inches. You know, if you're fishing in really heavy cover, you don't want that minnow swimming and getting you hung, so take it on down. But I like to stay, rule of thumb, about 6 inches. I'm using a 1/0 true turn hook. I've already showed you how I hook my minnows. When I'm dobbing minnows up and down a lot, I'll go through the bottom of the chin and come out the top up here in one of the nostril holes or something. If I'm just sitting still, I'll hook them in the back behind their dorsal fin sometime. So that's the setup. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe. JoJo got him on, man.
big enough?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can check him. I believe
that's a little one. Huh?
He's close to 10. Check him anyway. Well, you know.
Yeah, a little over 10.
A little over 10?
Yeah.
They'll keep them. Yeah, I found this structure just easing down the bank here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a log on the water. Here it is right there to the right of that stick. Right in the center of the screen. Goes right up through here. You see the tip of it sticking up over there. So what we do when we're down here fishing, we're doing this right here. We'll go from one spot, we'll go look at another spot. Got my depth finder here. And I'm shooting a sonar and down imaging, I guess what it is, on hummingbird. Anyway, we'll go from one spot to the other. We'll look at it, see if there's any fish holding on it. If there are, we'll fish it. If not, we'll move on. So that's what the whole day consists of. So all these videos you see us right now, especially through the summertime. Summertime, if you catch a few fish off of a structure that's loaded with crappie, they shut off and quit biting after just a few. So don't waste a whole lot of time sitting there beating the bushes, you know, so to speak, when they're not biting. So just go ahead and expect that in the summertime. That seems to be true about anywhere. Anybody else that's fishing for crappie in other states, which we're in Alabama, and it works like that here and most other places. So let's look at this right here. What we're looking for is a single tree. Okay, there comes the tree. You see these yellow structures? Okay, there's a tree there, and there's a few fish holding tight on that tree. There's a couple there. All right, so we do have a couple fish at the top of that, in about the 7 or 8 foot range. You can see them right here. There's 2 there. So we'll make a few casts on that, drop the minnow on it, and see what happens. Today, instead of running over this structure, they're holding up close to 7 to 8 feet from the surface. So instead of running over the surface, they're over the top of them and scaring them, we're just throwing jigs and let that jig tell us if they're there or not. If we catch a couple on jigs, we'll throw minnows. I think I went down to about 9 or 10 on out there to get it out there at the end of that tree. Pull on up here to this next spot. That ain't no crappie. Nope, it's a spot. It's a spot. Little spot's fat. Hit it about 4 or 5 times. That might be what's in that brush. Look like a bunch of fish in there. It might be spotted bass. We won't know till we go. So here we go. I'm down to 8 feet. We'll go down and hit this other spot right here and then come back up against the wind. There was fish on this one here. This here looked more like crappie than that over there did. Just to the left of that sweet gum. Out in there. Oh, there you go, there you go. I'm there, JoJo. Oh yeah. That's good in it.
Yeah.
Yep. Our minnows, we didn't have but a few and they died, so I gotta change this water.
Yep, that's a good one there.
We just keep moving that cork around until we can find one that hit it. Drag it around over the top of this deep brush. Looking for that sweet spot. There's a sweet spot there somewhere. I need a net on him. Oh man, that's a good one too. Good taking. Oh, look here, strip and drag, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Strip and drag. Look here. Oh. Good spot.
Oh, yes.
Fishing in bass tournaments with crappie jigs, you can do it. That was a fight. Right there was a fight.